Yo, what's up, guys? It's Kess. Today we get to share with you for the first time Devourer Demon Hunter. And I am beyond blessed and grateful that I get to do it. And I am so excited to play Protected. This is like the Void DH is like the coolest thing. This shit owns. So we're gonna go through the talents. Then we'll do a little bit of gameplay. I have no idea what I'm doing on this thing yet, but we're just gonna press buttons and look and admire the cool effects. Yeah. Here we go. So, right away, Devourer. Void Ray. So this is your I beam. Unleash a beam of concentrated void, doing damage and consuming 5 fury every 0.1 seconds. Effect ends after 2 seconds or upon reaching 0 fury. So sort of like Breath of Sindragosa, I guess, in a way. Channeled spell, and then when you reach or when you deplete all your resources, it ends, right? Soul Immolation. So this is like your Immo aura. Or you can go into Spontaneous Immolation, which makes it a passive. So casting a damaging spell has a 5% chance to activate Immo aura for 5 seconds. There's a few different routes you can go with this. The cooldown of Soul Immolation is reduced by 30 seconds, and it gains 1 additional charge. So you could make it a clickable spell with 2 charges. Predator's Thirst, consume damage increased by 15%, and consume generates a soul fragment. Void Metamorphosis. This is where you turn into the purple demon hunter. So collecting 50 soul fragments grants access to Void Meta, so you can only press your major cooldown after you've generated 50 souls. Okay, so you ascend to a higher state of being, substantially empowering your abilities. While in Void Meta, your Consume and Reap are enhanced, and your Fury will slowly drain. Additionally, Void Ray reduces your Fury drain, deals increased damage, and no longer consumes Fury. Okay, so again, kind of like the Breath of Sindragosa gameplay. A lot of resource gameplay, right? Maintaining that, trying to stay in it as long as you can. Soul Fragments grant 1% increased damage for 10 seconds, multiple applications. That. Pretty nice. So a lot of Soul Fragment gameplay, stacking buffs. After fully channeling Void Ray, the cooldown of Reap is reset, and your next Reap will collect up to 6 Soul Fragments. Entropy. While in combat, generate 1 Soul Fragment every 8 seconds. While out of combat, you will slowly build towards your Void meta up to 25 souls. So in between pulls in M+, or before you pull a boss, I'm not sure how quickly this stacks up. Potentially could be annoying if like you wipe in a raid boss and you're like, oh, we have to wait until I have 25 souls. Not really too sure how that'll work yet, but in M+, you could work towards your next one if you have like downtime, travel time, whatever. You just generate passive souls. Reap generates Fury, or we have Duty Eternal. Void Blade, damage increased by 25% and generates 20 Fury. Void Blade is basically, oh gosh, Fell Blade. Sorry, forgot the name there for a sec. Sunder. So you can go down the left tree or the right tree, and they're completely different gameplay styles essentially. Sunder, devour the life from your target to make yourself whole again, dealing cosmic damage equal to 25% of your missing health and healing you for 50% of your missing health. So a nice little 1-minute cooldown. Second helping, Reap gains an additional charge. Waste not. Damage from Void Ray has a 100% increased chance to generate a soul fragment. Each soul fragment gathered from Reap increases damage by 8%. So again, just more damage modifiers based off souls. The duration of Feast of Souls is increased by 4 seconds. Soul fragments grant 1% increased damage for 10. Multiple applications may overlap. Again, just more stacking buffs. And then here is like the really cool spell, especially one that they teased a bit. Collapsing Star. While in Void meta, every 30 soul fragments harvested grants access to Collapsing Star. Channel an immense amount of void energy into a single cataclysmic attack, dealing a shit ton of damage. It's like a nuclear bomb. Yeah. It's like your big boom ability, and it looks so cool. We'll show you that after we go through the talents, though. Focused Ray, Void Ray deals 25% more damage when doing the one target. So this is like a single target raid talent. Void Purge, Void Ray can do more damage, so you can really buff your Eye Beam. After fully channeling Void Ray, gain 20 Fury, damage of Reap. You deal 10% or 12% increased damage for 12 seconds upon entering Void meta. Damage bonus reduces over its duration. Your damaging critical strikes deal 220% instead of the usual 200. So this is actually a talent pretty much stolen from the Devour tree, Spellweaver's Dominance. But again, nice little spell to have, or a nice little passive talent. Eradicate. Fully channeling Void Ray causes your next Reap to deal 4,000 cosmic damage to all enemies within a 25-yard cone in front of you. So it's an uncapped spell. So the whole right side of the tree is essentially like really playing around your Eye Beam and stuff like that. Down the middle here, the damage of Collapsing Star is buffed by 20%. This is a 2 mode. Impending Apocalypse. Each Collapsing Star you cast increases the damage of your next Collapsing Star by 15%. I don't know how much you can stack this to. Collapsing Star gives you 5 soul fragments, so every Collapsing Star is working towards the next one immediately. Every soul consumed in Void meta grants 0.25 haste up to 25% haste. I think this will be a crazy PI. Like, crazy. Void meta requires 15 less souls. Your Fury drains 25% faster. Void meta. So there's a trade-off. You can take either or here. Emptiness kind of seems insane to me. I don't know. We'll see. Especially like if you lust PI in this spec, it might go burr. Yeah, moving on over to here. Void Rage, your haste is increased by 2%, while in Void meta, a 2.0, so you can get up to 4%. Damage of Void Blade, Hungering Slash, and Void Step are increased by 10%. 2.0 again. And then Devourer's Bite, Void Blade is increased by 50%. Damage from Void Blade and the Hunt increases the damage of your target, takes from you 8%. And again, you can overlap this, so more stacking debuffs. Hungering Slash. So it's a passive. After dealing damage with the Hunt or Void Blade, they are replaced with Hungering Slash for 6 seconds. Violently slash your scythe around you, dealing cosmic damage to nearby enemies and generating fury, and also giving you soul fragments. Void Step. Casting Hungering Slash grants a temporary charge of Vengeful Retreat and causes your next Vengeful Retreat within 6 seconds to deal damage. And I'll show you guys this in a sec. And then the Hunt. Same old, same old. Then we get to look at our Apex talent. Not all specs on Alpha have access to their Apex talents right now, but we get to see them for this. So Collapsing Star always crits. All cosmic damage dealt increased by 6%. Collapsing Star's crit strike damage is increased by 100% of your crit. So it's going to be a very, probably crit haste heavy spec, I would imagine. Entering Void meta causes your soul to erupt, generating 5 lesser soul fragments and granting immediate access to Collapsing Star. As soon as you hit meta, you can Collapsing Star, and then you're always building towards your next Collapsing Star, right? Which is getting this 15% buff as well. So, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of damage, and it hits hard. It's a hard-hitting spell. And then Voidfall. Consume has a 35% chance to grant 1 stack of Voidfall. When you get 3 stacks of it, you basically call down a bunch of meteors, and it looks so cool. Like, the meteors look insane. This one's kind of interesting. Activating Void Ray out of combat or within 5 seconds of entering combat immediately calls down 3 meteors. And then the last one, World Killer. The third Voidfall meteor called is basically bigger, wider, and does more damage. It's like, it's so insane. Visually, it just looks so good. But yeah, like, and the movement is crazy. Like, so your Fell Rush is a targeted thing, but you, like, this movement is absurd. You're so fast. You can get around like crazy. I honestly, I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool. But, so we have this Consume spell, which you can cast while moving. And again, we're a mid-range spec. You can cast this while moving. And consume is like drain the essence from your target, dealing damage castable while moving, generates fury and soul fragments. So this is sort of your generator. These are what your soul fragments look like. You just kind of walk over them. And like I said, we have Void Blade. That's kind of our Fell Blade. We have Reap. Cut a hole in the fabric of reality, sending a concentrated bolt. Does damage and collects souls. So let's generate a bunch of souls here. Try not to walk over them. Okay. So now let's press Reap. So Reap collects our souls, and that was the Meteor Strike. We collect souls. Then we have Void Ray, which is our insanely cool eye beam. You see all the meteors that spawn? That's our like hero talent stuff. And then I'm gonna Reap again. I'm gonna collect all these souls. Okay. We have the Void Beam Hunt. And then after you hunt, your Fell Blade does like an empowered like swoopy thing. And then we want to build towards our meta here. Okay. So we have 50 souls. We can now cast Void Meta. And this is the coolest thing in the game. It's actually the coolest thing in the game. Okay. So Void Meta. And then I want to call. Look at all these meteors, dude. It's so cool. And then I'll back up for this. We have our collapsing star ready, so this is our big bomb. That's what it does. How freaking cool is that? And then all the meteors just keep going down, dude. It's just so sick. Okay, so we'll go down the right side, and then I want to show you what happens when you Reap after you eye beam. So we're just gonna generate some souls. Just pressing the buttons is so cool. Everything just looks amazing. Okay. Generate some more souls. Okay, so we can eye beam now. So we're gonna eye beam. Get a few more souls out actually. Let's see this. Okay. We're gonna eye beam and then we're gonna Reap, and Reap looks way cooler when you go down the right side. Okay, so eye beam, you have to fully channel it, and then Reap, and it does this massive scythe hit. Okay, so eye beam, my eradicate, my scythe lights up, and just watch this. It's so cool, guys. All the meteors. Eye beam. Meta. Big read. And then we can cast our collapsing star. It's just so cool. It's so cool. And the sound effects are incredible. The movement is just absurd, too. Oh, man, you're so fast. Crazy. All right, one more collapsing star. Oh, wait, I missed it. Sag. Okay, here we go. Boom. Bang. See how long I've been in meta, by the way? You can just keep this up by collecting souls. Yeah, anyways, you guys will soon be able to try it yourselves and check it out more, but it's beautiful. It plays well. Visually, aesthetically, honestly, the sounds as well. It's all just so cool. Like, if this is something you like the Void theme, you're definitely gonna love this spec. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're most excited for when it comes to Devourer Demon Hunter, and stay tuned for more because I'm gonna be playing this quite a bit. And I'll be posting videos of dungeons and stuff, play testing it as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.